Oh, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. We're back. So this time I'm going to follow the narrator. I'm going to listen to what he says. I'm going to follow his instructions and go exactly where he tells me to go. No ignoring him. No, don't tell me what to do. None of that. We're just going to follow. It's going to be difficult, but we're going to go.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted already. Yeah, so we're just going to follow exactly what it says. It's as simple as that. We will... new content. We'll get to the new content at some point. But for now, we're going to just follow exactly what he wants me to do. So he wants me to go left. Lolly. Into the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I feel like, I feel like I've had a look at this already. Have I had a look at this already? What's this? Targets. Push for funding for R&D plus new coffee machine. Standard graphs 40 times wide. Not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Like, ongoing. Synergies. Papers. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of blah blah blah. The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Refleet. Okay. Interesting. What's this? To do. Synergize core value, expenditure, shift global market. Parade. But what's the quarterly pie? Can't read. Quarterly pie chart profits. Oh man. I am super curious what all that says, but I can't read it because it's too smudged. What's this? What do people want? Things. Happy feelings. Violet James, you are fired. Money, more money. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about money and things, or things and money. Oh man. Okay, what is hot? Coloured in segments, stripes. Requires secondary research for stripes. Okay, and profits. Profits. Okay, cool. Can't read that. What's this? Bi-quarterly post review. We need more/less reviews. 402 plus 405 want to get rid of the deaf spot portion in the primary review schedule. But I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Teenagers, size of demographic, space between the teenagers, a lot of percent. Throw something in the ideas bin. No more bins/trash cans. Renaming of the ideas bin. Firing of me. Okay. Interesting boardroom meeting. Just lots of random graphs. Okay, cool. The legendary broom closet and its majesticness. But no, we're getting distracted.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Indeed. To his boss's office. Look how luxurious this is. Executive bathroom. Okay. What do we got? We got some soap. We got a broken mirror. Mirror.exe is not working. Is there anything I can do in here? Oh, what's this? I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So, what's that? So that's a lovely purse. Oh. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a lovely purse. Interesting. I don't know what to make of that. There we go. There we go. What's this? What have we got here? Okay, two phones right next to each other, both exactly the same. I don't know why that bothers me, but it does. Business time. What's this say? Recommendations from the overnight committee. General questions about basket filling? Bucket filling? Bucket filling? A short history of the relations between Poland and Austria-Hungary. The beige page. The beige pages. Wow. Does anyone remember Yellow Pages? I mean, that's about how it used to be. It's been. I don't know if it exists anymore. I'm gonna make a guess that it doesn't. But it did get substantially thinner. Like basically, it was like that because it had everybody's number in. But moving away from the non-digital age of phones, where it was just these. Well, not even those. More like you know the. God, I mean, if you're a young demographic, you won't know. But there used to be phones where there was like a circle, and you would have to spin the circle to dial the number. I don't know. It was kind of weird. But yeah, it's essentially that's Yellow Pages. It was around that era of telephones when everyone had a house number and it wasn't mobiles, and everybody's phone number was in there. You know, but as time moved on, it got substantially slimmer, and it just became like business numbers, like plumbing, electricians, all that stuff. And it became like the size of that, the business time. It became that thin versus what it was. And like I said, I don't think it exists anymore. I could be wrong, but I have not seen it in a long time. So yeah, there you go. There's a history on Yellow Pages. You're welcome, I guess. Ooh,
Stepping
piano.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Piano.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Yeah. 2845. Look, this is the fun I was talking about.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. Look, this is the fun I was talking about. Can't really get a good thing on it, but essentially, yeah, it's 0908765431. So if you wanted to if you wanted to write a number, type a number, really. If you wanted to ring somebody, you would have to press the number and spin it round, and it sort of reset, and you just do it that way. It was really awkward. Yes, I'm getting to it. I'm just reminiscing on this piece of historical masterpiece. All right, 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
God, this makes me feel so old though, because there's loads of people out there who don't even know this exists. This old-timey piece of machinery here. There's a lot of people out there at a certain age that just do not know that exists. And that makes me feel super old. So we're just going to move on, because that's quite depressing. Down into the rabbit hole we go. What am I going to find?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Oh. Into the basement we go, I guess.
Stanley ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape? In big red letters? It's very tempting, however. We are following the voice of reason.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Yep.
Stanley thought to himself.
Ooh.
Did he have the strength?
Oh, I can jump in. I mean... Ah, no! Ah! Well...
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control
So much for
facility.
following instructions.
Back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
I didn't mean to though. I genuinely just was...
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
And there you go. There's the I honestly, I did not mean to go that far. I shouldn't have stepped on it. You know, I really shouldn't have stepped on it. My bad. Sorry. I was just I don't know. I was foolishly testing the water of like how far I could. I don't know what I was doing. I was being an idiot. I should have done it. Okay. I just thought like maybe there'd be a little bit of resistance for whatever reason. I don't know. It was a stupid decision, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna follow him this time. I'm not gonna hang around. Not gonna do anything. Let's just go. Let's not get distracted. Nope, we're not getting distracted. No distracted. Yada yada. Let's just breeze flow.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments.
Wow.
New age music.
Well, there you go. So much for me speedrunning. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing, honestly. It's just... I guess curiosity just got the better of me.
And
I don't know.
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Open passageway, let's go. And down we go. Down we go. Into the abyss. Yes.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Escape.
Mind Control
Maybe next time. Or maybe not. Because we've still got the new content to do, so that first.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Very ominous looking room.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Okay.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Very creepy. Very creepy indeed.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh, man.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
The meta commentary is out of this world. Of course he's being controlled.
The proof, the heart of the operation.
I'm controlling him.
With emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. Big room. 2 big chunky buttons. On or off. I mean, I am following the instructor. Oh, yeah, I'm following the narrator, sorry. I'm going to do exactly what he says. And he told me to turn it off, so that's what we're doing.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Oh look, it's Skyrim.
That was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And that's it. That's the end. There we go, the end. Well, it's never the end. It's never the end. Yeah, so that was the good ending, I think. As good an ending as you can get. Yeah, super fascinating game. As always, it's incredibly interesting. The narrative, the play on the fact that you can, it's playing to the fact that you're supposed to follow the instructions in any game out there that's like, oh, go to this destination, speak to this person. You just follow the instructions blindly, right? But in this, there are ramifications for not doing that, you know, and it's if you play, well, you play Skyrim, you know, it'll say, "I'll speak to this person," you know, "Go to this place," you know, and something will happen. If you don't go to that place, nothing happens, or usually nothing happens as a consequence of that. But in this, it's a case of you just veer off the path to somewhere else, and it's a completely different story. It's a completely different narrative, and that's fascinating to me. But yeah, anyway, we are going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!